Let me turn this.
You're now tuning in live with DMEG Radio. Danni Gyrl live. Couch Conversations. Let's go! Couch Conversation with Danni Gyrl live. DMG Radio on fire. You listen and ride where you hear the hottest underground and independent music. Tune in with Couch Conversations where they talk about it. No, it ain't the Breakfast Club. It's Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. No, it ain't the Breakfast Club. It's Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Killer! DMG Radio. Danni Gyrl live. Couch Conversation. You know what it is. Monsters.
Man, I'm on here just talking and the damn mic was muted. Okay, y'all. Like I was saying, thank y'all for tuning in to Couch Conversations one more time. I appreciate y'all for being here. I genuinely do. We have 2 more episodes of season 3 left, and then we start season 4. So, thank y'all for supporting, especially the people that have supported from season 1. I genuinely appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in every week to hear what little old Danni got to say. And you know, y'all bring me good topics. We have good conversations. And a lot of the topics that I have on the show are topics that people bring to me and ask me to discuss. So if y'all have a topic that y'all would like to talk about, please make sure you DM it to me. And whenever we can get it on the show, we will. Like I said, we have season 4 coming up. Next month, we'll be starting season 4. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. When I started this in the car, fooling around, I didn't ever think that I would sit down, actually put this together and be able to do 4 seasons. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's been a long journey, but we here. And yeah, y'all, I'm happy to be here. So tonight we will be talking about part 2, about grief. And I just want y'all to know that I had a panel set up for tonight, We were gonna do the whole panel thing, but I decided to talk about my own grief journey that I've been on. And I'm gonna sit back so y'all can see. I'm representing some of the people that I have been grieving over. Um, this side is for my bros. Ray Nail, rest in peace, and Uncle Chuck, rest in peace. Ray, I have in my overnight bag. I take Ray everywhere I go. Coming up, Ray would always be with us, and it was always good laughs. I've been on the road with Ray. I've been in the studio with Ray, and Ray always made me laugh. So I take Ray with me now everywhere I go, and I feel like I take him with me so that I can always find something funny and amusing about my situations. We lost Ray in November of 2021. And yeah, that's been a journey. I was very close to him, and yeah. Chuck, I have known for a very long time, and losing him, I lost my friend, I lost my business advisor. He played a lot of parts in my life that when we met, I didn't think he would play. Shout out to his family. I love y'all. I love y'all. This is my auntie Drew. Andre. Some of y'all know Andre, but that's Auntie Drew. She passed on October 24th, 2023. That has been one of the biggest grief journeys I've been on. I've lost my biological grandmother. I've lost my grandfather. I lost my grandmother on my dad's side, my grandfather on my mom's side. Those things were hard within themselves. It's always hard losing a grandparent and things like that. Losing my auntie was something so different. She was my first friend. I tell people this all the time. She was my first friend. We weren't very many years apart. Like, she was literally becoming a teenager when I was born. So she used to always tell me I was her real live baby doll. She used to take me everywhere. Everywhere. She took me everywhere. I used to go to school with her. I remember vividly going to high school with her. Sometimes I wonder why the high school was letting me come. But yeah, I vividly remember going to high school with her. I remember going to her parties with her friends. Pat, Pierre, Darla. She had a friend named Strawberry, Gigolo, Bobo. All her friends. I knew all her friends. And she was literally my first friend. She was my auntie. She was my big sister. I talked to her like 3 or 4 times a day, every day. And when I was younger, in my 20s, I would do stupid stuff. I would like to run away. Not run away, but I would go places and not tell people. Like, I would leave and go to Vegas and wouldn't want to tell nobody I was gone. I had this thing, like, I didn't want people in my business. So I used to always do stuff, and then I would tell her. I would be like, Auntie, I'm in Vegas. Or, Auntie, I'm in Arizona. Don't tell nobody. That was my girl. And it's been a hard road. And it's not just for me, it's for everybody that knew her. Her children, God bless them. I pray for them all the time, because I always say, if I feel like I feel, I can't imagine how her children feel. So I pray for them all the time, that God gives them strength and comfort, because it's been hard. I've noticed how it's affected her friends, how it's affected the church. So she was a light. She was a light, and yeah, she was a light. So it's been hard. I even have to go back to Solo. November 2021, we lost Solo. A lot of you know him, a lot of you don't. John Jackson. That was a hit too, because Solo was a big supporter of mine. I have interviews with Solo that I shared after he passed for the people that missed it. And I sent it to his wife. Solo was a big supporter. When I started this music thing, Solo was the person in the background that was saying, what can I do to help you? Whatever you need me to do to help you, I'll always be there to help you. And those type of people are rare. So when you lose them, it's hard. And yesterday we talked about the 5 stages of grief, and I want to go over this again a little more in depth. I'm going to pull them up for you so you can see them. The 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I have a hard time getting to acceptance with any death. I have a hard time. I've just gotten to acceptance with my grandparents. My grandfather died in 2003. My grandmother died in 2011. I'm just getting to acceptance with that. I'm still in denial about a few people. I have not got to acceptance with Solo. I have not got to acceptance with Ray. I'm somewhere around bargaining. The 5 stages of grief for me are kind of usually reversed. I usually get denial first, then anger, then depression, then bargaining, then acceptance. They kind of go in a reverse role for me. So with that being said, on some situations, I'm between where I'm at. Denial is big, and that's where a lot of people end up at. My grandmother is still in denial about my auntie. I had on my pen Sunday, and she walked past me at church, and she grabbed it and looked at it, and she let it go, shook her head, and walked off. And I kind of know she has stated verbally on several occasions she has not accepted it. And I don't expect her to. I don't. My grandmother, she's dealt with a lot of loss, and some things I don't expect her to deal with right away. And losing your child is one. Anger. My anger stages are something else. So I know sometimes people wonder why I withdraw in certain situations, and why, especially after my auntie passed, I was kind of distant. I lash out. I lash out at people when I'm angry. So I chose to withdraw myself so that I wouldn't be lashing out at anybody. I think I'm at the bargaining stages with Chuck and Ray. I sometimes want to know what could have been different, or what I can do to change what happened. Somebody please tag Candy to this post. Please. Somebody tag Cantrell Spear to this live. A lot of people go through bargaining. A lot of people go through bargaining and blame themselves. And that's why I said to tag Candy. I've heard Candy blame herself for 2 weeks for Chuck's death. And I need everybody to put their arms around her and to let her know it's not her fault. It was nothing that she could have done that would have not ended with him getting on that motorcycle. There's nothing that she could have done, whether she had been there or not. And I know Candy is still, she's in denial. She's going through anger. She's going through bargaining and depression all at the same time. She has not got to acceptance. I want Candy to know it is not your fault. We love you, Candy. And however, we got to help you get through this. We are here for you. We really are, because sometimes your posts make me cry because it's so hurtful. I could not imagine, and I have 4. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. I could not imagine losing my sibling. Tag my mama to this post. Somebody tag my mama. I could not imagine losing my sibling. I will beat somebody down for Danni. Y'all already know. We've had these conversations on live before. I will beat somebody down for Danni. I cannot imagine not having him here. So for everybody that's going through losing somebody, that's what this conversation is about tonight. Mike, I see you in the comments. Yo, mom, I'm still in denial, Mike. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm still in denial. It's a few people I'm still in denial about. I still want to pick up the phone and call them. If you look at my phone, I don't delete any contacts. Anybody that passes, I put a dove next to their name. I don't delete nobody. It's a lot. It's a lot. And to everybody out there that's going through something, whether it's a sibling, Terrence, you and your wife, I know, Terrence, my heart been going out to you since it happened, because the day it happened, when it happened, Terrence, we were at my auntie's services, and I didn't know what happened until I think the next day. And my heart goes out to you. I love you, nephew. I really do. I couldn't imagine losing my spouse or, oh God, this is a hard subject to talk about. I grieve over, like I was saying yesterday, we grieve over a lot of different things, relationships and things like that. I talked about last night, when you in relationships and you and somebody break up, you need to grieve over your relationship. This type of grieving is something different. My heart goes out to my uncle, my cousins, anybody that came across Ray, Chuck, Solo, anybody that came across them at all, my heart goes out to you, because the losses that we take, it's like giving up a part of yourself. And the reason I say that is because I've mentioned my auntie was my first friend, right? And by losing her, I didn't just lose my auntie. I lost my friend. I lost the Yaya director at our church. I lost one of the praise and worship team. I lost my giggle buddy from the family functions. When I lost Ray, I lost a brother. I lost a friend. I lost my son's godfather. When I lost Chuck, I lost a friend, a business advisor. The whole world lost a creative genius, just a musical creative genius. Like, there will never be another. I'm sorry, there won't. His sound was so distinctive. His knowledge was beyond anything that I think anybody knew of him. I always told him that even though he was Chuck from around the way and we could pull up on him at any church, I always told him that I respected so much his craft and what he did. And I always separated Chuck the homie from Chuck the artist. I always did that. I know a lot of people probably don't even know that Chuck played the violin, but I thought that was so beautiful. He didn't like to talk about it, but I thought it was so beautiful. And just losing a musical genius like that, such a creative genius, somebody that impacted so many people, it's hard. And I just want everybody to wrap their arms around Candy, because we all know Candy. If you know Chuck, you know Candy. There's no way in hell you know Chuck and don't know Candy. She literally went everywhere with him from day one. So when y'all see her out, y'all wrap y'all arms around her and let her know y'all love her, all right? Because she needs our strength. She needs our support. And not just Candy, all his family. Joy, Lynn, Mama Joyce, just everybody. When y'all see Solo Wife at church, when y'all see April out, y'all put y'all arms around April. April is still grieving. April lost a man she was with, geez, I don't even know how many years. Before 20 at least. So y'all wrap y'all arms around these people that's grieving. My cousins, my uncle, just everybody. Terrence, y'all don't know, sometimes just a hey, how you doing text go a long way. Just a I thought about you text go a long way. Sometimes you don't have to call a person and hold a whole conversation. I'm very good for sending a text that say, I just was thinking about you. Sometimes I don't have words for people. Even my mom. I love my mom, but sometimes I don't have words to sit up and just talk and have a conversation with my mom. So I'll just text my mom, hey, Mom, just wanted to say I love you. I was just thinking about you. And I do that with my cousins and different people as well. Not as much as I should. And I need to get back to Wellness Wednesdays. A lot of y'all know Erica B started Wellness Wednesdays a while back in 2022, I think. And we kind of fell off from Wellness Wednesdays, but we need to start getting back on Wellness Wednesdays. Y'all need to pick up the phone, text somebody, tell somebody you love them, check on their mental health. We got to get back to loving on each other, y'all. So many people have died. It's not even funny. And those of us that are left here, all we have is each other. And we have to learn how to lean on each other. And one thing that I wanted to bring up was the 3 C's of grief. Let me pull that up for y'all. And the 3 C's of grief, here we go. Choose, connect, and communicate. Choose somebody you could talk to, connect to them, and communicate with them. whether it be a loved one, a therapist. It's good to talk it out. It's good to talk. It's good to vent. It's good to express your feelings. Terrence, it is okay to get emotional. It is okay. We talked about last night. There is no timeline or timetable for grief. People will try to tell you how long you're supposed to grieve or how you're supposed to grieve. There is no timeline or timetable for grief. And I'm going to bring this up again. There's a difference between grief and mourning. Grief is the deep sorrow that is caused by death or by a loss, period. But it's mostly associated with death. Mourning is the outward expression of your grief. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to break down sometimes. It's okay to do that. You don't want to internalize everything. And then, let me tell y'all, internalizing will take you back to the anger. It really will. It will take you back to the anger. Internalizing will have you lashing out at people that you don't want to lash out at. So y'all got to make sure that in the process of grieving that we're not lashing out, we're not internalizing, we're not placing blame. That's another thing. A lot of times when people pass, other people want to place blame on, well, if this person would have did this, if this person would have did this, if that person would have did this, if I would have did this, if I would have did that, if I would have been there. Y'all have to stop placing so much blame on yourself, okay? When you start to blame yourself, you affect your own mental health. You'll grieve yourself into the grave. I am not a professional, so this is all just me on Couch Conversations, okay? But I do suggest, if you cannot find somebody that you can sit down and just vent to and express yourself without judgment, that you go talk to a therapist. I used to have what I called the no judgment zone. And I'm still like this with my friends, but it was specifically a day that we would get together, eat, have drinks, and everybody just sit down and talk. And there was no judgment being passed. No judgment. Sometimes you got to be able to say things without being judged. Sometimes you need to say, I miss this person, and why you miss that person without somebody judging you. And the reason I say that is because when you missing somebody like a wife, a husband, you miss things beyond a conversation. You miss their touch, you miss their hug, you miss things like that. And sometimes you need to express that verbally, just so you feel better. So you need somebody that you could talk to with no judgment. Antronice, I'm proud of you for getting a therapist. I'm very proud of you. Mental health will affect your sleeping. It will affect your eating. It'll start to have you feel like you've been drugged down and just restless and just You don't want to feel like that. You don't want to feel like that, and grief will take you there. I know a lot of people hear about couples. One will pass and then the other one will pass right after from grieving. Grief is serious. Grief and heartbreak will literally take you under. It will literally take you down. So, to anybody. If you friends with me, you know me personally. If it's anything that I could do to personally help you on your grief journey, please let me know. If I could be a listening ear, if you need to come to the no judgment zone, whatever it is. If you just need me to text you on Wellness Wednesday and say, hey, woo, Terrence. Oh, Lord. I'm going to give you an answer. And whether you accept it or not is on you. But I'm going to give you the best answer that I have for you for that question. And then I'm going to tell you why I say that. The only way to mend a broken heart is to pray and ask God to fix it. And I'm telling you this from experience. I had somebody ask me, when you went through your relationship and your heart was broke, how did you mend it? When you lost this person and you was crying and then all of a sudden you just stopped, how did you? I literally had to open that Bible up and go to God. That's the only answer I could give you, because the therapist can't mend your broken heart. Talking to nobody not gonna mend your broken heart. That's something that has to come from within. And literally, only God can fix that. I'm looking at the comments. Pray and seek God about it. Yes, Jesus. Yes, that's the only thing we can do. You know what? I want to see April's answer. April said that was a great answer, prayer. Now, the reason I wanted to try to get to April's answer was because April, baby, I had to tell them to tag you to this because I said, April, we need to wrap our arms around her. April, we love you, girl. We love you, and we here if you need us, okay? I'm so serious. Like, if y'all really know me, y'all know I am genuinely like that person. When I say I'm here if you need me, I'm genuinely that person. I genuinely will answer the phone and listen with no judgment. So yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Everybody that's on here, I love y'all. I genuinely do. Put your pride aside. Yes, baby. Yes. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. The pastor in my church, he always talk about I'll be the first one in the prayer line on Sunday. I'm not talking about one Sunday. I'm talking about every Sunday. Every Sunday. Every Sunday. When they say, would anybody like to come up for prayer? I'll be like, every Sunday. And I'm going to tell y'all why. The reason I do that is because when I'm going through stuff, sometimes I can't pray, right? It's almost like I'm putting prayers in the bank. Because for those of you that are new to Couch Conversations, I suffer from bipolar disorder, okay? If you know anything about bipolar disorder, it gets triggered by anxiety and being upset. So off top, when somebody call me and tell me something happened, I'm automatically triggered. My anxiety is bad. So what I've learned to do is I've learned to just pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. I've noticed now when I get upset, it don't trigger as bad. It's almost like them prayers are being stored up for when I can't pray. Sometimes I can't say nothing but Jesus. I can't. God, help me. Excuse me. So I'm a firm believer in prayer. I just told my therapist yesterday, I call on the name of Jesus when my anxiety takes over. See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Prayer to me is the answer to everything. And when I say everything, everything. Okay? Now, how y'all take what I'm about to say? I don't go to the doctor unless I really, really have to. I don't take medication unless I really, really have to. When it comes to anything, grieving, life, just lifing, I believe that prayer is the answer. And I believe that if you have faith behind the prayer, it will happen. Y'all still with me? I believe if you have faith behind the prayer, it will happen. So back to your question, nephew. How do you mend a broken heart? Open up your Bible and ask God to mend your broken heart. When I say whatever you want from God, be specific. When I say whatever you want from God, be specific. He'll do it, nephew. He really will. If I ain't told you nothing else, if I ain't been serious about nothing else on this show, I'm being serious with you right now. I will get in that Bible and I pray about everything. Because some things us as humans cannot handle. We cannot. So, I'm about halfway through the show, a little over halfway. I got to take a commercial break real quick. So let me get these commercials going for y'all. And when we come back, we're going to have a guest on the show, all right? Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to Boss Daddy's, where we got the best ribs in the city, you dig? 3310 South Nellis, Suite 2526. Come down here. We open Tuesday through Saturday. And I got some ribs I got to tend to. That's enough right there. Don't show no more.
I just want to say, I appreciate how these comments is going up. I was reading the comments during the commercial break, and I love y'all for loving on each other. This is what I'm talking about. We got to love on each other. And just to go a little deeper, just us as people of God, us as a black community, we got to do better. We got to do better about loving on each other. We really do. I know a lot of people say I hug too much, but I'm going to tell y'all something about me and my hugging. And y'all take it how y'all want to. And next time you see me, if you don't want to hug me, kiss my ass. I hug people because when you hug somebody, it's an exchange of energy. So you're either giving strength or getting strength. And a lot of people don't understand that. And sometimes when I hug people, I can feel that they need the strength that I'm giving and vice versa. So hugging is an exchange of energy. And yeah, if y'all don't want to hug me, when y'all see me coming, be like, hey, bitch, don't hug me. Y'all better tell me, because I'm coming in like this when I see you. If you know me, you know. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Every time I see y'all. So if you don't want to hug me, you better tell me, like, give me 5 feet or something. Cause yeah, I'm coming in, especially if I feel like you need it. If I feel like you hurting, if something that came past my ear about you hurting or you grieving or something is bothering you, if you done posted something on Facebook, if you don't sound like you all together, just know when you see me, we hugging, okay? We hugging. We hugging. That's just what it is, okay? Like I said, if you don't want to hug me, you better tell me. Now, yeah, we gonna get our guest over here. So here she come, y'all. She coming. Come on, Gigi. Welcome back to the show, girl. He's back. So Gigi was with us last night, and her and Nikki.
Yep.
And we were talking about their grief journey. One thing that I did last night, I learned a little bit about Nikki. See, I thought I knew Nikki, but I learned a little bit about Nikki.
Yeah, me too. That's my sister.
I learned about Nikki's demeanor and why Nikki is like she is. So if y'all missed that, y'all might want to go back and watch it. If y'all know Nikki and y'all think Nikki is standoffish or, you know, whatever. Because I've heard people say she's a little standoffish or she's a little mean sometimes. Y'all might want to go back. Nikki,
she's handling a lot.
Nikki done been through a lot. And the fact that Nikki is still just smiling is okay with me. Yeah, you know what? It's funny because we don't have to get to know each other better. Even though we be around each other all the time, we be at church, we be at the gigs, we got to get to know each other better and kind of embrace each other better so we know what each other's going through a little bit more. And we could be a little bit understanding when people don't want to hug or when they be a little standoffish or when they don't want to answer the phone, they don't want to talk. We know why. But Gigi, we want to hear about a little bit about your journey, Gigi. We heard a lot about Nikki last night.
Right. It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
That I can say. From January to, I want to say, June, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
That 6 month period, it was a week, not even a week to week. It was a day to day, a second to second, minute to minute roller coaster. 1 minute, I'm cool, I'm laughing, I'm talking, I'm Gigi, right? I'm Gigi. But the next minute, it's like a switch. I automatically go to that sunken place of just, I don't know what to do, Lord. I can't. This is a lot. My mother, like, this is my mother. And the relationship we had, it was deep. We were besties. And like with all of her children, we were all really close to our mom. And yeah, so, but with that, one thing I learned was that her life is worth it. Her life is worth the grieving. It's worth the tears. It's worth going through it. But she knew that we were going to be okay. She knew what she instilled in us as her children, that we put our trust in God. She knew that if we relied on our own strength and what we think is best for us and just moping and around and all that, she knew that if we relied in that, we weren't going to make it. But if we trusted God, with God, everything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
You will grow in ways that you didn't even think you could grow going through a journey like this. As a 23-year-old, I learned so much about myself in 2023 that I didn't know I had in myself. The strength. Like, I thought I would be somewhere jumping off a cliff if my mama ever left this earth. But God kept me. He's still keeping me. And it's a roller coaster, but it's worth the ride. It's worth it because on the other side, you gain so much. You gain a lot.
Yeah. One thing I knew about my auntie was when I say she fought, she fought. She fought. She fought to her last breath, literally to her last breath. And as much as it hurt, it's pushed me in a different direction because I know the conversations that we had when she was alive and things that she told me. And good night, JoJo. Thank you for watching, Antra. It's pushed me to a better place with God because I knew that she believed in God wholeheartedly. So it made me want to get closer to God because I was like, I got to do what I know is right, what she would have wanted me to do. It's funny because when my grandmother passed, I got to spend time with her before she passed. So I was able to like pick her brain on things that we hadn't talked about before or things that the other grandkids never asked, or I got to ask her things about her. And in the process of that, I asked her, I said, Grandma, I noticed that you don't treat me like you treat the other grandkids. Sometimes I'll ask you for something and you'll tell me no, but when one of the other grandkids asks you, you'll do it for them. And the funny thing is, I believe it was Monique that said this last night when we were watching. She mentioned something similar. My grandmother told me, she said, I don't worry about you and I have to worry about the other grandkids. She said, you strong and you always figure it out. You always bounce back. If somebody tell you no, you going to figure out a way to get it. She said, but them other ones can't do that. So I have to help them. And when she passed, that made me that much stronger because I said, you know what? She's not worried about me. She left this earth knowing that I would be okay. It was the other one she was worried about. You know? So it's things that they tell us when they're alive that let us know that we'll be okay when they're gone. Even though it's hard, even though the road is hard, the journey is hard, sometimes you can't see the next day without them. We've all been rooted enough in God to know that there's comfort in the end, comfort in the back, comfort on the side, comfort on the top and the bottom, or wherever you need it at. And he'll always send people to comfort you as well.
Yes, he will.
He will send people to comfort you as well. So, like I said to anybody watching, if you need me to be in your judgment-free zone, I'm always here.
Me too.
I'm here.
Me too. Any friends on there?
I'm an ear.
Contact me.
And I want everybody to just stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. I know it's hard. The days be hard. The nights be hard. You be missing people. Mm-hmm. You want to talk to them. You want to hug them. You want to do all those things and you can't. But just stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Keep going. Keep moving on. And know that that's probably what they wanted you to do. There is no timeline on grief. There is no timetable for grief. And I'm going to keep saying that until people get it through their head. I'm going to tell y'all something else. Because I'm going to repeat this from yesterday. Stop telling people you know how they feel.
Yes.
That is so disrespectful. Yes. Even if it was your mama and it was their mama, it's not the same.
Right.
Stop telling people you know how they feel. Stop telling people to get over it. Mm-hmm. Stop telling people to get over it. They not getting over it. And this is something I'm going to repeat to y'all because it must have been meant for me to see it when I was preparing for this subject. Don't tell people that have lost somebody it'll get better, or what was the other one? Because it was two of them. One was it'll get better. One was when you give them advice and say that's what they would have wanted you to do. Don't do that. I had somebody tell me that when my grandmama passed. That's what she would have wanted you to do, and it pissed me off because I said me and her had a very descriptive conversation, and I knew in hell that's not what she wanted me to do. So yeah, what I was trying to do and what she wanted me to do was two different things. But people don't get over it. They just learn how to cope. They will never get over it. They will just learn how to cope. I'm going to say this publicly. I've posted it before. I'm going to say it live on Couch Conversations. I don't defend too many people. I don't put myself out there for too many people. Y'all better leave Candy the fuck alone. That's all I'm going to say. Leave Candy alone. If she want to post about Chuck 55 times a fucking day,
let her do it.
Let her do it.
Mind your business.
And mind your business. If you don't want to see her posting about Chuck, unfriend her, block her, unfollow her so it's not coming down your timeline, okay? Stop telling Candy not to post about Chuck, or she posts too much about Chuck, or when is she gonna get? Leave Candy the fuck alone.
You don't want to see it, unfollow.
Please leave her alone.
Please.
However she is choosing to grieve, let her grieve. Leave Trey the fuck alone. Period. And anybody else that is grieving over Chuck, leave them the fuck alone. Anybody that is grieving, period.
Right.
If they are posting,
leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Please. Everybody grieves differently.
Right.
Everybody grieves differently.
You don't know what they're going through internally, what thoughts they're battling in their mind, memories, and you don't know. You don't know. So just mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
And yeah, and I'm going to tell y'all something about social media, period. If y'all don't like what somebody posts, you don't have to come on the post and tell them that you don't like what they posted. You could keep scrolling. Right. You could hide the post. You could unfollow them. You could block them. It is so many ways to get people off your timeline, okay? It is so many ways to get people off your timeline.
That's a great question.
Why post if you don't want feedback or opinions? Okay, so this is my thing with Candy, and I'm going to be specific about Candy. And I'm going to go back to Candy. And Candy, if you are the subject of tonight and I bothered you, just call me and cuss me out. It's okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but you are like, Candy, you different. Okay. My thing with Candy is Candy posts when she's going through. That's her way of dealing. Right. That is her way of coping. When she gets in her moments, she talks about her brother. Okay? Now, if you see Candy got on some Chuck gear. Candy walking around with this guitar bag. Candy is going through something that I could not imagine. And I don't want to talk about how I feel about it. Her posts are not necessarily for feedback. And if you know the person, you know that. So the people that I'm talking to are the people that know her. These posts are not for feedback or opinions. They are because she is trying to cope. And she is dealing every day with the loss of her best friend / brother. The problem becomes Paul, not with the feedback and opinions necessarily. It becomes when people start saying, I don't want to see that.
Right.
You're only seeing that if you're friends with her. So if you don't want to see it, unfriend her. We've been knowing since January 28th, 2023, that Candy is going to post 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day about Chuck. If you ain't figured that out by now, I'm telling you, leave her alone. Okay? Just leave her alone. Period. Now, I'm going to address one other thing, and I'm going to leave this alone. And if anybody got a problem with this, my phone number is 702-578-6716. Leave Trey and them damn Zion messengers alone. Please.
Oh, please.
Please leave the Zion messengers alone. If y'all don't like what they doing, unfollow them too.
Please.
Okay? Unfollow them, and you don't have to go to their concerts. Period. Leave the Zion messengers alone. All he is trying to do is continue on a legacy that was started by somebody that he loved. If y'all don't like it, just leave it alone. Chuck handpicked his group and put them in the position that they are. He is no longer here, so just leave him alone. Leave him alone. You don't have to support if you don't want to support. Period. Leave
Just
them
don't
alone.
go.
What y'all need to understand is they're coping. They're coping through their music. Leave them alone. I'll be seeing these posts about they rehearse too much. Let them rehearse every damn day.
Right.
Some of y'all need to go rehearse. Some of y'all ain't rehearsing enough. Some of y'all at these programs sounding like hot ass trash, okay? And y'all want to talk about somebody rehearsing. Go pick up a mic and rehearse. They rehearsed every day, every week. I don't even know how much they rehearsed. But
And
when
they
I got to their concert,
amazing.
they sounded amazing. Leave them alone. They could be doing other stuff. Them boys are young. Okay? They could be doing a whole lot of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let them boys sing to the Lord, please. Let them sing the God's praises, please. Please. Leave the Zion messengers alone. I'm saying that publicly. If you got a problem with it, call my phone. We could talk about it on a private line. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. All right? Let these people grieve the way that they need to grieve. Let everybody grieve the way that they need to grieve. Please. 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 Okay? Because I'm going to tell y'all, if you come to my church, where my auntie ran the yaya, guess what? Her daughter run the yaya. And you know what you gonna hear? All the songs my auntie taught the yaya. Okay? And for those of you that don't know what yaya is, it is youth and young adults. We call it the yaya. Okay? If you don't want to hear the yaya sing Jesus Promised, don't come on Yaya Sunday. Because, baby, they gonna sing it and we gonna get up and clap every Sunday like it's the new song that they just learned. Okay? Everybody's grieving. Everybody is coping, and they're doing it in their own way. And I'm just tired of people telling other people how to grieve and how to cope and how to deal. And this is my coping mechanism. I walk around with these little buttons. See my auntie? She go to church with me on Sunday. Okay? This is what I wear on Sunday, every Sunday. Raynell go with me every time I have to pack a bag and leave my house. He is inside of the overnight bag. Chuck go with me every time I wear this color. If y'all got on royal blue, I got on this Chuck thing. You want to know why? Because these are people that I love, and I am trying to figure out why they are not here anymore. We done already went through the 5 stages, and I told y'all I done reversed them, and in no situation or scenario have I got to acceptance. So yeah, y'all pray for me. I'm going to pray for y'all. I might have said some stuff that y'all didn't like today, but that's okay. Excuse me. That's fine too. If you know anything about couch conversations, I say what I want to because it's my show. And if you don't like it, guess what? You can leave. Anyways, thank you for joining us for more Taboo Talk. And Y'all know nothing is off limits on the couch. Y'all know nothing's off limit on the couch, okay? So, yeah. We will be back next week. Listen, y'all. When y'all come back next week, I need y'all to be prepared, okay? Because I need y'all to be here for these topics as well, okay? First of all, Wednesday, Valentine's Day. This topic was given to me by one of my friends who said, for Valentine's Day, let's talk about love and loss. So guess what we'll be talking about? Love and loss. If you are single, if you are not with anybody, period. Make sure you tune in for this show because we gonna talk about how to deal with Valentine's Day when you single. Next Thursday, we are going to be joined by my previous boss from RKR, Miss Lyra, the rhythmic karmic angel. We're going to be talking about surviving narcissism. And that's going to be a very good show. I'm looking forward to it because y'all, listen, y'all going to want to bring somebody for that show. Okay? When I say nothing is off limits on the couch, I don't know if y'all ready for that. But y'all make sure y'all tune in next week. And also, you can always support us. Venmo, Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, if you would like to contribute to the show. Thank you to Danni, who sent us a donation last week for the show. We appreciate you, Danni. Yay! Oh, let me be specific. Danni Thompson. Because I was talking about Danni Johnson last night, and Danni Thompson kept talking. So, yeah, thank you, Danni Thompson, for your donation to Couch Conversations last week. We appreciate you. And for those of you that don't know, everything that you donate to the show goes toward the set in some type of way. I'm actually working on getting some new equipment now. Andrew just got me some new equipment as well. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? So yeah, when you come to the Couch Conversation set, you will see it is an actual set here. And I will be getting a new camera so y'all can actually see the set for season 4 while we doing the show. Like we had in season 1. So y'all stay tuned for that. But we got 2 more episodes in season 3. I'm so excited because y'all, I'm telling y'all, I didn't think I was gonna make it this far, but 2 more episodes, y'all. And then we moving on to season 4. So I'm excited about that. We have some amazing guests that we gonna have in season 4, some dope topics. So y'all stay tuned for that. But thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. If you would like to contact me, please feel free to do so. 702-578-6716 or email me on couchconversationslive@gmail.com. And please follow us on IG and Facebook at Couch Conversations Live. And as I always say at the end of every show, hey, peace and have a divine night.